Hi, I'm Gia Mills and I have been a celebrity makeup artist for the past 20 years and I am absolutely fascinated by the power of makeup and the politics of beauty. On True Reflections, you get to peek behind the curtain and find out what your favourite celebrity really feels about their appearance when the glare of the media is upon them. So who is with me today? My guest today is one of our favourite Irish chefs who never fails to make you smile.
Oh.
And with her new book, Happy Cooking, out to buy now, please welcome this morning to True Reflections to talk about her beauty journey, Chef Clodagh McKenna.
Good morning.
Good morning. Lovely to see you. One day I'd love to have one that's got real makeup and you can just go shopping for free.
Well, it's like Willy Wonka.
I know.
But no chocolate. It's cream's even better.
I always say like Charlotte Tilbury shop is just like Claire's accessories for children as it is for women.
Yes.
It's like little children, when they see girls, they see Claire's accessories like, ooh. And we're like that with like, Charlotte Tilbury.
It's so true.
So tell me, it's so lovely to meet you.
You too.
What makeup are you wearing today?
What makeup am I wearing? I'm wearing the Trinny BFF tinted serum.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else do I have on? Very little, actually. I have this really great lip gloss on me that nearly exploded as you were coming down to meet me. Actually, it's in my bag. Let me get it. It's just here. Brilliant.
Oh, fantastic.
It is the butter dripping from Catrice. You probably would.
Oh, it's lovely. That's gorgeous. But it was dripping down your lips.
It was dripping down, but it really gives like a really high gloss, which I like. I really like that fresh look.
Yeah.
And then my blusher, which I'm slightly obsessed with, is like a little wand stick. And it's by that amazing Irish company.
Oh, is it Sculpted by
Aimee.
Yeah, that's
Sculpted by Aimee. It's so good.
I remember when that launched and I saw it at a sort of trade event, sort of makeup industry event, and I was like, oh, it looks like the packaging just seemed to fit and it just worked. And I thought, it looks a bit like Charlotte Tilbury, but it's done so well.
Yeah.
I love it when people do well.
She is
in
so
life.
brilliant.
Yes.
She's so brilliant. I love her products. I mean, I just love every female like you with your products as well that starts their own brand.
It's hard. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
But we do it. We're kind of, you must be insane when you start your own business because you wouldn't do it if you knew what was involved. But actually I think when the rewards do start to come, it's worth it.
It is. And the journey is interesting and life is all about being curious and doing things that you might never have dreamed you would do. And you're an expert. When people are experts in their area, we want products from the people who are experts
who
like
know
you.
what they're talking about.
Exactly.
So going on to beauty, what I'm really interested in, you are a woman who we all know from food. Yeah. And I think food, and I want to know more about this, food is an incredible sort of starting point for beauty.
Yeah.
What you eat can really influence how you look.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
100%. When I was writing Happy Cooking, or the recipes that I was putting in there was all based on that. So Monday to Friday, I'm really strict. And I guess because, we're both of us are kind of front facing in our jobs, whether it's with me with This Morning every week or my You Magazine column and getting pictures done or Instagram and everything. And you do look at yourself a lot and you feel your energy as well. Like I'm 50 now. I want my energy to be good. I also just, I think when you feel good, it shows in your face. I think like a really great smile is the best makeup you could ever put on your face.
And you have the best, I love all the photographs in your new book, which I'm dying to talk more about. You just have a gorgeous smile and sparkly eyes. And I think food really helps that. When you've got a good diet, it gives you energy, it's giving you the nutrients. And it just shows on your face.
Yeah, it does.
In all your photographs, there's just this sort of like twinkly, sort of like, hello, everybody. So cute.
I start the day with juicing.
Yes.
And I have about a pint of juice every morning. I do 2 pints, one for myself and one for my husband.
Because the recipe is in the book.
Yeah, I have a whole section on juices.
Yeah.
And so I kind of do my daily green juice probably 5 times a week, and then I'll do a brightening juice, or I'll switch it up with kind of the other juices that I have, immune boosting juice. There's a few ingredients that I have in every single juice I do. One is fresh turmeric, which is something that every single one of us should be taking if you're listening or watching.
Anti-inflammatory.
It's an anti-inflammatory. It stops everything from, it stops all swelling of organs and everything like that. So it's really, really good. Anything that's in your body that's like, I feel is a little bit stressed, you can see it in your face, right? So turmeric, I take every day. I take a piece, like about a 3-inch piece.
Oh, you do
every
actually
day.
fresh, proper fresh?
Oh, yeah, it has to be fresh turmeric. Yeah, and the powdered one is not the same.
Okay.
It has to be fresh.
Where do you buy fresh turmeric?
You can get it on Ocado now.
Okay.
You know, a few years ago, you couldn't get it anywhere. You can get Ocado, Waitrose, Marks and Spencer's sell it. The one on Ocado, I love a brand, right, knowing what a brand to do, is there's a Dalesford organic one on there. The good thing about getting it organic is you don't have to peel it.
Okay.
Because when you peel it, you get all of the colour on your fingers.
And you don't, because you don't want to have, because if it's non-organic, they'll have pesticides potentially on the skin.
Exactly.
But if it's organic, it's just...
You don't have to peel it.
And actually, it's all the roughage as well.
Yeah. And you get a little brown bag that'll last you the whole week. I think it's like £3.50. I hope they're not listening to this because then they're going to up their price because I can't believe they're selling it that cheap on Ocado. And I keep on going on thinking, they're going to up the price on this. So get it and freeze it. It comes in a bag and you get a good lot for the week. So that, and then also ginger, which is really good for your immune system. Celery, which is a diuretic, which is really brilliant for flushing out toxins, but also for, keeping down, maybe a bloated belly.
Yeah.
Cucumber is the same. So I vary it, but I also
But the
try...
absolute stalwarts that don't change are the turmeric, the ginger...
And the celery.
And the celery.
Oh, and one other thing. Every day I do a different thing. I might pop in a whole orange or a whole lemon. The lemon to alkalize my body. And also gives great brightening qualities. It's full of vitamin C.
Brightening to the skin.
Brightening to the skin. But I put the whole lemon in or the whole orange in. The whole thing.
All the
skin,
roughage.
Everything all goes in. And I swear by it. And then lunchtime, Monday to Friday, I cook for my team every single day. That's my little thanks for them. If we're in the studio but I'm always back at some point to do it, or else I'll make a big batch of a soup on a Monday and it'll be there for everybody and I'll take one to go. I do. Because
all of this is in the book.
Yeah.
And I read the book, which is out now, which is Clodagh's Happy Cooking.
Yeah.
And I got it and I was saying this to someone the other day. I want to dive into this book, cookbook, and live in your world for the whole of winter because it's got this really sort of sumptuous, warm, cozy sort of world. Excuse me, I'll say that again. It's got this really warm, sumptuous world about it that you just want to sort of try out the recipes, be in that world, feel that you could be sitting around your dining room table and sort of having really fun chats with all sorts of Irish people and having a really good old natter. And it just has a wonderful vibe about it. But you've got in there all the things you're talking about, like your soups, etc., in here.
Yeah.
And so what was the main inspiration to do a cookbook? Because it must be quite hard coming up with new ideas for books.
Well, do you know what? Because that's what I have to do every day. Every week I've got to come up with 5 different brand new options for this morning. For my You Magazine column, for Instagram, for brands. Like a lot of brands will come to me and they want me to design a brand new exclusive recipe for them using their butter or olive oil or turmeric or whatever. So I'm constantly doing that. But this book is very focused on nourishing your body and your mind and that, getting that good life balance of really empowering your body, which empowers your mind during the week with really great food that's easy to make and accessible ingredients. And then the weekend, having the weekend off where you can have your stews and your beurre bourguignons or your tarte tatans or your gorgeous cheesecake or whatever, but then come back Monday. That's how I live my life. And so these recipes are all broken down into juicing breads. I've got a really great hot loaf bread recipe in there. They're all stir, shape and bake breads. And by that, I mean, you don't have to wait around for hours. You don't need to bring skills to the table. You just literally stir, shape and bake. Soups, really nutritious soups. One of my favourites is the roasted cauliflower with cashew and garlic. Cashews are so good for you. And they bring a real creaminess. So if you're ever making a soup and you want an alternative to putting in cream, pop in roasted cashews, unsalted, obviously organic, into your blender, and that brings a wonderful creaminess to your soup, and you don't have to add in any cream. And then a squeeze of lemon to kind of freshen it all up whenever I'm putting in the cashew. And then we've got quick lunches, but like really quick lunches that we can make. I love my bento noodles.
The one I like the most. I've already made 2 of your recipes.
I'm interested. Oh, wow.
And the one that's next on my list is the one. It's one of your lunches. It's the hot honey prawns and spicy slaw,
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's a bit of chopping, but that's about it because I'm just not into prepping my food.
It's
kitchen.
so good.
That one I'm really excited about, and can I tell you the ones I've already made for my family on Saturday night? The chicken parmigiana. Absolute, and I've still got loads in the fridge. I had some last night.
So good. And they're gorgeous, like weekend food. And even if then they have, mozzarella and things like that. I think what we should really focus on is that, like, what's really nourishing and good for you is that you cook a home cooked meal, and it's not a takeaway, and it's not like a ready made meal when you can, because the upside of that is double folded. It makes everybody feel incredibly loved around the table. It's a completely different feeling going to bed that night, and you wake up feeling better because it's not heavily salted food or food that's hard for your body to process. And you wake up and you're like, I've got so much puffiness and my energy is low. And
well, it's all the sort of those fake ingredients, which also when you're having the high processed foods, too much sugar, etc., all of that, going back to the beauty side, it doesn't make you look great.
No,
if you're drinking too much wine, obviously you're going to look a bit rubbish the next day, but also it's food. And a lot of food have a lot of preservatives, etc., that can sort of antagonise your gut and all sorts of things. And all that will literally mirror in your face. So if people are spending an absolute fortune on face creams, if they're eating a rubbish diet, it's like, why don't spend the money on the creams, because you're still not going to be getting, it's a holistic approach.
It's so true.
And
I had like 4 glasses of wine last night. It was my book launch and all my family were there, and I was like, no, I'm leaving the book launch when it's finished and going home. And they were like, you must be joking. And we all went out for a dinner and had gorgeous wine. I don't regret it. But first thing this morning,
but you
I was
look very
like,
perky.
well, I don't know about that.
What's your trick?
It's not my best face this morning. But this morning I got up. I always have a couple of bags of ice in my freezer. And I did an ice bath for my face.
How do you do that?
So I just get a simple mixing bowl. Same bowl I make my bread in. Fill it halfway with ice and the other with cold water. I leave it for a few minutes so it gets super cold. And I dunk 5 seconds 5 times. I actually put it up on my Instagram. 5 seconds 5 times. It tightens your skin, I hope. I mean, I looked a lot worse this morning. And it gets the puffiness down. But also the other kind of the extra with it, it makes me feel alive. It just shakes me up.
You don't need a coffee because that'll just perk you up. Because I do the cold shower. Well, I haven't actually the last couple of weeks because I'm just a bit too cold. My heating's not working in my house. But I normally do a cold shower. But
yeah, I did a cold shower as well.
Apparently, like all the Hollywood actresses back in the day, before all the sort of snazzy injections, everything everyone can have, that's what they exactly that ice bath thing. Where did you hear about?
I heard about that. I think it was Joan Collins.
Ah, yeah.
And the other person who I definitely heard it from on her podcast was Martha Stewart, who I am obsessed with. I love her so much.
You are an Irish Martha Stewart.
Am I?
You are.
No, that's the biggest compliment you could give me. I love her so much.
But do you know what's so good about her?
She's such a rock star.
But she's real. Do you know what's
so real?
What's so good about you and the Martha Stewarts and everyone in this world is you're real.
Yeah.
And can I say there are some people who might spend a lot of money and be on Netflix shows who don't necessarily feel like there's the authenticity there.
Yeah.
That this is what they've been doing for years and there's a real passion. And it really comes across. You say at the beginning of your book, and I really like this, it's your things you do every day.
And my
your
rituals.
Introduction.
Obsessed
There's
with
somewhere
rituals.
here, which I'm looking through in the book, but at the very beginning, here we go. My 5 secrets to staying happy.
Yeah.
And this is about your cold showers, you're going on a little walk. I like the way you stand in soil.
Yes. Meditation.
Meditation.
That is a game changer.
Yeah.
It's like such a game changer.
What sort of meditation do you do? Because I've got a bit into it too.
Have you? I started about 10 years ago. My mom brought me to a Buddhist retreat in Dushanbar off the west coast of Ireland. It's one of the largest in Europe. And we spent 3 days there. And that was like, what an intro into it. It was incredible. And then when I moved to London 9 years ago, I had a little coach house in Highbury Fields, and I walked around the corner and there was the largest Buddhist retreat in London. And I saw it and I felt too intimidated to walk in, and I went over to the newsagents and got the newspaper and my milk and whatever. I was coming back up and I was like, just do it, just walk in. So I walked in and I was like, oh, I'm just wondering if you do meditation and, I didn't know being Irish, will I be allowed? I just didn't know. I just didn't know what the
You have
situation was.
to have a certificate saying you're a Buddhist in order to walk in the door.
I just felt a bit intimidated. Kind of like when I was younger walking into a posh restaurant, you know, that way. I felt that intimidation all over again. And they were so lovely. And they were like, yes, we do one every day at 12 o'clock and it's £5. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be back. I was like, I'm going to give you my name to make sure I will come back, put me down the list. And they were like, we don't need your name. And I was like, damn it. I wanted a commitment.
Yes.
And I went up and then I was like, oh God, will I do it or not? And I went back and I did it and I haven't stopped since. But now I do every morning. I do 10 minutes every morning with the Calm app.
Okay.
Yeah, I've no affiliation with them. It's not an ad.
You've got to find your
downloaded
thing.
it myself.
And sometimes I've been doing meditating sort of stuff for years as well. And I heard there's this guy, Geelong Tibetan. I'm not probably pronouncing it correctly.
Okay.
But I went up, I did a retreat, not a retreat, as a sort of, it's not like a proper retreat, it's just a workshop in Scarborough. And it's just raw meditating. It's just focusing on your breath. And it's transformative. And it's incredible how it changes your brain even after a few days.
Yeah.
They know that scientists can look at scans of your brain and it starts, sort of, the structure starts changing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And it
God,
really,
that's amazing.
But I guess as you say, it really, really helps. And I think with all the pressures we have in the world and all the pressures we have to look, particularly both of us in our early 50s, it's like you have to look a certain way and all these pressures. And when you can pull back and get a different perspective, it really helps.
It really does.
It's observing and the perspective.
Yeah.
So you're not panicking like, have I put too much lip gloss on? Or, it's just like, have I done a weird thing with my hair today? It's just those things that don't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
And it reminds you of what does.
Yeah.
And there's a beauty in that.
It's so true. The most beautiful women, that are, 50 and older and all the rest are the ones that come in with calmness and that are present and have great energy and that are really present. I've so many women in my life that are much older than me and are like that. And I look at them and I'm like, that's exactly the way I want to be. That's exactly who I want to be. I'm not focused that much. I care about how I look for sure because I'm in front of the camera, but I really care about how I feel inside. Like I'm really in touch with it. That's definitely true. My mother, she brought us up like that, but I'm so in touch with here because it changes your day. It changes your work. It changes like the people you attract around you, as in your friends, but the people you work with, people who I find is so many people say to me, God, like all the people that work with you, they're all quite calm and really good girls, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so proud of that. Like we come in and if somebody's feeling down, it's like, God, I'm having a down day today, and it's like, okay, we're aware of that now. That's
we are
really
a reflection
good.
of who we are. Often our world around us reflects that, and the people who we put around us.
Yeah.
And have you had, growing up, have you had to kind of find ways to be that person, or has that always been you from when you were young?
I think definitely as you get older, you get more in tune. Now it's wonderful because there's so many podcasts like yours and so many ways for us to educate ourselves. I think definitely, 20 years ago when I was in my 30s, there wasn't that. So you really were relying on information from friends, being in a good circle where people were good and they could pass on information about like their secrets of what they do to help keep them happy and help keep them calm. Because you don't wake up. I don't wake up in the morning doing cartwheels.
No.
I definitely have a gene. My mother, like all my aunties, my mother and my sisters, I think there's definitely maybe a little happy gene in there somewhere because I've never, touched wood, gotten low, so I'm very lucky.
Oh, you're very lucky.
I am very lucky.
Because I think we all have our journeys, and to have that.
Yeah, I'm lucky that way. I know that.
But it takes but even the person with the happy gene has to work hard on their mental health and go on the journey to keep that going.
Every day before I get out of bed, I turn on my app. I use Tamara Levitt, by the way. I love her on Calm. She's just amazing. I do 10 minutes of her every day. And then before I do that, then I get up, and we have a farm in the country. We live in London, but we also have a farm in Highclere. And when I'm there, I get up, do the chickens, and we have woodland pigs and all that. We have a big sustainable farm. Make my juice, do my workout before the juice. Actually, I work out every morning. I do the Peloton.
Oh, do you? How long
Yeah.
do you spend on your Peloton?
20 minutes, and then half an hour at the weekends.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
and
the weekends,
stretching
you're eating naughty, but you're exercising longer.
Because I've got more time.
Exactly. Finding the time to do these things.
Yeah.
How do you find the time? Are you an early riser? Because
Yes.
I'm not an early riser, and I'm very jealous of early risers.
I am. I'm up even when I have last night I went to bed at 11:30. That was so late for me.
Okay.
I'm usually go to bed at, don't judge me for this, okay? I'm not crazy, but I usually go up to bed about 8:30, and I'm asleep then by 9:30, and I'm up at 6, sometimes 5:30. But Martha gets up at 5.
Okay.
Chris Jenner gets up at 4. I mean, she's a bit mad, but Martha gets up at 5 every morning. And I love that. And the reason why I get up early in the morning is I love being in balance with the moon and the sun and all that. And I think that there's a reason why there's, why the sun rises and the sun falls, and all the rest. I just believe in that. So I
We
feel
need to follow
need
nature
to follow it
a bit more.
Exactly. It's a bit harder to do it in the winter time, but
When the clocks have changed, how do you do it? Is there a different routine?
No,
when the
there's
clocks
not.
Change?
There's my routine is the same all year round, and I love that more time in the morning. That 6 o'clock from 6 to 7 is just like golden time. I love it. I get all my things done then. I get my juice. I go out to the garden. I cut all my celery out there. I pick whatever greens I'm going to pack in. What else do I get there? Flat leaf parsley, which I love popping in. It's an antioxidant. I go out and do all my garden stuff. Let the chickens out, make our juicing, do my workout, all that stuff in that hour. That's my golden hour. Somebody once said to me, discipline gives you freedom. I've never forgotten that. When you get like these little snippets from people, discipline gives you freedom. Like saying it over and over again, discipline gives you freedom. So if you have the discipline to do something like get up in the morning, it gives you amazing freedom to be the person you want to be.
That's so true. And I struggle to be a morning person. But I would love to be a morning person. I would give anything, but I wake up and I'm like, can I go back to sleep? All my body wants to do is go back to sleep.
It's just the switch.
I'm working
Takes a few weeks.
on it. Because also as we get older, apparently we need less sleep anyway.
Do we?
Yes, but older people, they sleep a lot less.
Oh, really?
And younger people need a lot more sleep. Teenagers need so much more sleep than
I
you
sleep
think.
8-9 hours a night. I'm a baby. Usually 9 hours I'll sleep.
Yeah. No, I think and it's very good for how you look. But
Yeah.
Going back to sort of mention
Yeah.
teenagers and stuff, I love some of the things because we asked you what is your beauty fails when you were young.
What did I say?
You mentioned about the green.
The green cream.
The green cream. The green cream's always been a weird thing.
Weird
the
thing.
hell about green cream? Did you ever try it growing up?
I grew up in Ireland, in Cork, and with 2 older sisters, and we all had, little reddish skin. My reddish skin is actually kind of gone.
You don't have reddish skin.
But I used to have all, that's really bizarre. I've never thought about it. I used to have all, what's that called?
Rosacea.
Rosacea.
Yeah.
Actually, I think maybe it's the turmeric and the juicing that has gotten rid of all that. It must be, right? There's nothing, I haven't
You
done
can
any,
also put turmeric
I haven't done any stuff on my face.
on your face. I know that people have put things like turmeric on their face because it's very anti-inflammatory.
Wow.
And I think it's very good from a kind of bacteria point of view.
Wow, okay.
It's very good because often when you get rosacea, it's quite bacterial-y.
Ah.
But if you've got it on in your gut, this is
Gosh.
interesting.
Oh, God, another thing I've got to do
No.
Set the alarm for quarter to 6.
I think it's just in the morning. You just need the juice. And I love the fact that you lost some of the redness in your face. And
Yeah.
it could be down to the turmeric.
It could be down to that. But back to the green cream.
Yes.
So the green cream hit the shelves of Ireland. And so did the John Frieda Frizz Ease
Oh, yeah.
little tonic thing. And I once met John Frieda and he told me that his biggest market for the Frizzies serum was Ireland. Like, we all went crazy. Because we all, in Irish hair, we've got, we're a lot of Irish women are blessed with thick hair, but it's also quite frizzy.
Yeah.
And
It's quite
And the
coarse,
green cream
so
is
it's
coarse.
quite coarse. Yes,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or Irish hair is quite coarse, but the green cream, we used to lash it on before our makeup. But I always remember, I'd be at a disco at the rugby club or whatever, and you'd come back late at night, you'd open up, you'd turn on the lights, be like, oh God, so the makeup would have come off, and you'd be just like
the green
Incredible
underneath.
Hulk, this kind of green, kind of a luminous twinge on your face, and we kept using it. Like, why?
But it's so funny
I'm
because
so young with that lovely fresh skin. I don't know even why I even put anything on my face.
I think we just we saw our mothers do it, so we thought it would just seem nice when we were young.
My mother definitely didn't do it.
She didn't use the
No.
green cream.
No.
I mean, it's those things that you just think, why? I'm like, the amount of hairspray I used on my hair when I was younger was just absolutely terrifying.
I know.
I didn't even need it. I don't even know what look we were going for. But nowadays, the girls have got such brilliant stuff to watch on YouTube. We had the odd magazine and a few dodgy friends who were like, no, you do it like this. Just put green all over your face and you'll look great. The men all flock around
Another thing I used to do you remember the Cindy Crawford era and all of them? I used to put with a brown pencil, I used to put a brown breachy spot just above my lip, just like Cindy Crawford.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's so cute. Did anyone say, why is it gone some days? Like, oh, look, Claire's got a beauty spot today. No, she hasn't. The next day.
I know. Didn't even think about it. No, I was carrying around a little brown pencil. I mean, this was teenage years, when you're kind of in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
You're in a bubble of life and joy and being somebody today and being another person the next day, and
I love seeing what you do now, because you've also got your wonderful Honey by Clodagh, so that's your your lifestyle dining. Tell me more about that, because I want to. My mother signed up to your newsletter now. I told her I was seeing you today. She's really excited.
I started Honey by Clodagh in May. It's basically a lifestyle brand where I have kind of designed and curated products. I've always had an online shop. I've had an online store for about 7 years. It was mainly cooking utensils, but they were all designed and manufactured by other people. And I wanted to stop and I wanted to kind of launch and curate a really beautiful space with beautiful table linen, gorgeous vases for your flowers. We've got for the autumn, we have the most amazing. We have a whole caramel and honeycomb collection, which are all beautiful amber colours of for winter. And we've got these amazing trio flower vases with amber kind of glass and all the rest, and candles. And next week we're launching these beautiful scented candles and diffusers, which are all named and inspired by food. So like the fig Titan, roasted vine tomatoes, and Seville marmalade, and the really gorgeous ones. And the packaging is so beautiful. So I spent about 2 years working on it, creating all the packaging. It was so fun doing the photo shoots and the styling, and just creating a gorgeous space where you can go on and kind of recreate something really beautiful at home. So on honeybyclodagh.com, we also have a section on tablescapes. You can go on and have a look at all the tablescapes. The recent one we did with the Style magazine, we did an amazing YouTube video for that one, and that's up there. And just lots of different ideas and recipes for entertaining. So that's all on Honey by Clodagh. But my biggest launch has been my casserole pot.
I saw that online. That looks like the all and done casserole.
Sorry, just that you're completely away from the microphone.
Oh.
Just move back over. You need to talk straight into
Okay,
it.
sorry.
cool.
Sorry, I'll come back over here as well.
Your casserole dish looks so good, like this all one and done. Everything can go in it. Tell me about it.
So I've always used a casserole pot to cook in. Was my 21st birthday present was a casserole pot, and I've always used one. Literally, when I've lived in Italy, France, America, everywhere, and wherever I've gone, I've always brought my casserole pot with me. Sounds a bit nuts, but when you're a chef,
You can
that's
do
what you
your ice trick with it as well. If
I
you haven't
could
got your
do.
bread bowl, you
can do your icing in it. So I really wanted to design my own one, because there are some things with other pots that would kind of go, oh, I could do this better. And so I designed my own pot. Started again about 2 years ago when I started Honey by Clodagh, all the behind the scenes of it. And it's a cast iron pot. It's got dimples on the inside of the lid. So do you know when you're cooking, you're doing a slow cook, and all the evaporation of the liquid, it usually goes all around the rim of the pot. But with the dimples, it gives even dripping back of all of the moisture. And so it really is brilliant for slow cooking like that. It's big enough to fit a whole chicken in there. It's 6.5 litre capacity. And
So a really nice Christmas present.
it's an amazing Christmas present. I've never had a launch like that. Like, I don't know if anybody saw my Instagram at the weekend or...
You've got hundreds of boxes. You've got loads of
from all over the world. New Zealand, California, Denmark, Portugal, Spain. I'm trying to think of all the countries. It's amazing.
It's something sumptuous when you look at the cookery book, you watch your social media. There's something that just lifts the spirits, and it makes you, as I said to a friend, I don't want to jump into your cookery book and be in your kitchen, in your garden with like these, your casserole dishes and everything, just making that sort of joy. There's something about as you say, the cooking and cooking for people and the joy they get, and if you put effort in, people really feel it, and it's putting love in, and people feel that, and I think we need a lot of that these days at the moment.
We do.
And my last question, I think, for you is, what makeup do you wear during the day, and then getting to your dinner party? There's always that, when you're, for me, really stressed, trying to get ready for dinner, cooking, and it's like, oh my God, I got 5 minutes, go upstairs, quickly get ready. Tell me how you do it.
Well, I love all of the... I wear very little makeup, but I really love all of the, we'll say, the beauty products. I mean, I'm obsessed with beauty products. My bathroom is like stocked. And so I love that ritual. I always, when I'm planning a menu and I've got people coming over, I always make sure that I pretty much have everything cooked ahead or prepped ahead. And if people are coming at like 7:30, 6 o'clock, I'm done. I'm quite organised. That's the chef in me. You really learn that work ethic of lists and everything checked off. And, I'll get my table set the night before, and just so I'm not stressed. I hate being stressed. Hate it. And then I'll go up and have my bath. And then there's loads of different things I love doing on my skin. Like, as I said, the ice bath as well. I also love doing, the infrared mask. So I might lie down and do 15 minutes of that. Or I have this roller that is really good.
Is that the metal energy?
Yes.
Yes, that everyone swears by those.
Is it Medkin?
I don't know. There's quite a few. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, I love that roller for getting rid of all puffiness as well. And then I love everything I love doing my toners. I love doing like boosting vitamin C serums.
This is all before you have a dinner party.
Yeah. But then I spend 5 minutes on my makeup.
Okay. So it's all about the prep.
It's all about the prep for me. Because if I feel like my skin is clean and glowy and healthy and I'm drinking loads of water, I drink a lot of water. I drink about 6 pints of water a day, which I find really helps as well. Then I feel like, some nice, like the Trinny BFF cream, which I really love, like that on it with some mascara and a lip gloss, and that, really great. I love a rosy cheek. I probably put a little bit too much on this morning.
It's lovely. It looks fresh. It looks like you've just come out of if you're out of your garden with sort of like just been on a bracing walk and just have a glow.
Yeah,
and that's the look. That is the look. But Clodagh, thank you so much for coming in. I've really been excited to see you after reading the cookbook and looking at stuff and recipes. A big thank you to Clodagh McKenna. Her book, Happy Cooking, and it is Happy Cooking, is out to buy now. That's it for True Reflections this week. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe wherever you are watching or listening. You can find me across your social media by searching at True Reflections Podcast. I will be back next week with another celebrity to talk through their beauty experiences, their favourite products, and delve deeper into how the ideals of beauty shapes not just our physical appearance, but also the core of our identities. Until then, have a lovely week.